My mother seemed to be the one person that most people in her family could get along with. She wasn't, I've always said that most people, I probably have never met somebody that just didn't like my mother. She was pretty laid back and very, she wasn't difficult to get along with, and she liked people, and they liked her. And she was pretty generous with her time and effort. So when a lot of the family got married, she would have a celebration for them at the house. I think probably maybe 4 or 3 of the other daughters had their after wedding party at my mother and dad's house in Big Rapids. And we, every Saturday, my dad worked Saturday until about 2 or 3 o'clock, because they had to put out the Saturday newspaper. So Mother would make a hamburger for Chuck and my dad Ivan, and we'd drop off the hamburger, and until I was maybe a 6th or 7th grader. Before that, I didn't work, but as a 6th or 7th grader, I had a paper route, and so then I had to work. But up until that time, we'd drop off the hamburgers at the paper, and then my mother and I would go to my grandfather's out on the farm, and we'd take Grandpa to Mecosta, the closest town, and he'd get his groceries for the week. So if it wasn't in the wintertime, we could just drive down to his house and take him to town. And then we'd go back. So my mother did that every Saturday, took him to town. Because my grandfather, her father, never drove a car. And his wife didn't drive. So she took him to town every day, every Saturday to go grocery shopping. And my mother was the peacemaker, really the somewhat leader of her large extended family, to the extent that anybody could, because they were kind of difficult to herd.